Since starting my online business about 3 years ago, I've met at least 100 millionaires at different high-level masterminds, personal development seminars. Some of those people became my really good friends. Others are simply my network. I watch them, I learn from them, I see how they grow their business. But all of them, without exception, have this one thing in common. And I guess you have already mentioned what it is. It is high self-confidence. They're all in different industries, have different areas of expertise, different businesses, and I'm sure there's very few things they have in common, but self-confidence is 100% the common trait of all successful people without exception. And by the end of this video, you will understand why. You'll understand how to grow your self-confidence, how it works, and why on your journey to success, it is pretty much unavoidable. Here is one very common misconception most people out there have. They believe that by some magic you need to grow your self-confidence first before you go out there, take massive action, get out of your comfort zone and start moving towards your goals. They believe that in some way, shape or form, self-confidence is a pre-requirement, when in reality it's the aftermath of you taking action, succeeding, failing, making mistakes, but eventually figuring it out. So if it's not self-confidence that you need before you take action, what it is courage. You simply need courage to start. You need courage to take the first step, the courage to keep showing up and take action even after certain failures, even after people are laughing at you or criticizing you, even after your own voice inside of you telling you it's not gonna work, you are not deserving, you are not meant for it, blah blah blah. It is not true. That voice is lying to you. Persistence pays off, and as you're consistently taking action, getting better, learning from your past mistakes, and naturally grow a skill that you are exercising so much, you will become good and you will be successful over time. And as you get there, you will look back and think, thank God I had all this courage to keep going, because now look at me, look at my life. Your commitment to this process, your courage to keep doing things that are uncomfortable will lead over time to incredible success. It might take 20 years or it might take 6 months, like in my case, but you will come out more confident on the other side. Let me tell you a story. When I got started 3 years ago, I was incredibly shy, timid, introverted. I could never imagine myself having such a career where I'm constantly in the spotlight, where a big part of my job is presenting and public speaking. Because back then, growing up, there was nothing I feared more than public speaking. I would be sweating and shaking and turning red anytime I would have to give even the smallest presentation in class. I would not reply out loud to questions of teacher even if I know the answer, because of this incredible fear of being in the spotlight and public speaking. I remember once I had to do a Zoom presentation that was like 2 minutes long. After COVID started and we started doing classes on Zoom, I had to do this quick presentation and I was preparing myself for probably 24 hours in advance, repeating that script, repeating what I was gonna say. Yet still, I'm completely messed up my presentation because after 10 seconds of starting, I got so nervous. I kept forgetting what I was gonna say and repeating myself, and it was a disaster. And look at me now. I host hundreds of Zoom calls and masterminds online for my team every single year, on top of creating all the online content that I put through my social media. And all of this happened because I was willing to courageously try. You're probably wondering, okay, but what if I don't have the courage? What if I'm so scared of public speaking that I can't even imagine myself doing that and I would freeze before taking action. What do I do then? If that happens, you probably take on too big of a task. You're pushing yourself too far out of your comfort zone. You should start smaller. It's so much easier to go from level 0 to level 1 than it is from level 0 to level 10, right? Makes sense. But I promise you, the courage, it's like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the better you will become at it, and the easier it will be to take more and more courageous actions that are further out of your comfort zone. And now people are telling me that I'm natural at it, that it comes so easily to me to make content or do any type of public speaking, talk on stage in front of hundreds of people. In reality, it was simply result of practice, exercise, and willingness to be courageous despite big fear. Now that you understand the difference between courage and confidence, you understand why all, without exception, successful people out there are extremely self-confident. It's because once upon a time, they had incredible amounts of courage to take incredible amount of action repeatedly without fearing failure, and eventually they figured it out. So how can you start small? If you're somebody who is trying to build up confidence, think of 5 different scenarios that you can live through in the next week or month where you can exercise your courage and do something that will require a more bolder version of you. For example, you can try to make a friend in a coffee shop, or introduce yourself to a stranger on the street, or message a friend that you haven't talked to in 5 years and it feels weird and awkward. As you do these things and exercise your courage, you will feel proud of yourself as a result, and slowly, bit by bit, start growing that self-confidence. Following through with the goals that you set for yourself is crucial, because you can lie to everybody around you, but you cannot lie to yourself. If you keep telling yourself you're going to do something, you're going to push yourself out of your comfort zone, you're going to follow through with certain habit or task, and then you don't, your self-confidence will dip. And the more you lie to yourself, the more you will become full of self-doubt. And next time you try to do something different, something that requires courage, that inner voice will tell you, why do you think this time it will actually happen? You will give up, it won't work, you are not good enough. And because it happened so many times before, you will believe that voice. You want to reverse that pattern. I hope this video puts things into perspective and shows you that you are in control. No matter how little or high your confidence is right now, it does not matter. What matters is your willingness to just be courageous. Just be a slightly more bolder version of yourself as you're moving yourself towards your goals and creating your dream life. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment, click like, subscribe, and I'll see you at the next one.